contrast cameras, and I'm thinking, why? Somebody with a big mouse, boom, mic.
Well, because they're much better quality than that. That's
yeah,
why.
probably. Yeah. I'm not offended. It's okay. Cool. Talking to Temperance movement backstage, Download Festival. How you doing, guys?
Yes, we are. Amazing, aren't we?
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to post both videos now just to show the contrast. The contrast. So, you're playing at a festival like Download. You can hear the background band going on.
Yeah.
Real hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
You are not. That mixture, is that what you get from a festival vibe? That.
Well, it should be. I mean, it's a music festival. Music festivals were put together for all sorts of different people for the diversity of music that's out there. Our thing is roots rock and roll, which is one of the sort of core flavors of the music that's on here, or the harder stuff. You know, it's come from a sort of this kind of hard, intense rock's come from post Nirvana, it's not what we sound like, but we're here and we can still rock out and.
Yeah. It's having that juxtaposition as well, because the audience, say if you were following on from these guys, the audience will literally transition and everybody will move away and you'll see all the cagoule and the waterproofs and the multicolours that are out there today, and then your audience will come in. And I think that's the fun of a festival, isn't it?
That's it. That's the point, isn't it, of a festival? Is to kind of bring a load of different bands that you might not get to see in your town or close to your town in one place, and you get to kind of tick a lot of people off in one go. And
you have your favourite festivals to play and to be a fan of? Not that you perhaps get to go to many.
Tina Park.
Yeah, which you are playing, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Hometown, Scotland one.
Yeah, it's moved site, and I haven't been at the new site yet, but I'm sure it'll still be great,
Hopefully not as wet, although it is Scotland, of course. So.
Well, Scotland sometimes is sunny. It's been it's been sunny up there for the last 3 weeks.
The tourist board should take that and use it.
Yeah, sometimes it's sunny.
Scotland is sometimes sunny.
Sometimes the midges don't bite.
Yeah.
I've been there one time. I got dropped off at Tina Park, or I went immediately to Tina Park after touring with the band for a while, and it was absolutely glorious for the whole weekend, and everybody was out up your tops off and all that, and it was fantastic. And we all talk about that every night in the pub. We all talk about that Tina Park,
And that's even more diverse than this type of festival, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's got a lot more kind of dance core elements to it. Yeah.
Talking of dancing, you like your moves on stage?
Yeah, no.
Do you limber up? Do you warm up before the set?
I don't limber up enough. After the Sweden show, I had incredibly painful legs because I just hadn't warmed up enough. Because
You just go for it on stage and you think, oh, do you feel it? Was it all post gig?
No, that happened in the middle of the gig. My left leg just absolutely stopped working.
Oh man, do you get a sense of that on stage, or are you in
Oh,
your
well, I
zone?
saw that he started just going around in circles, so I assumed that something was.
He's looking good. What's the idea of the stage that I saw on the White Bear UK tour? The big globes in the background. Is that an artistic direction that you have an input on, or is it somebody pitching ideas?
That was us.
Yeah.
That was kind of just. We wanted to do something that we felt kind of fitted with White Bear a bit more. That tour was about the album coming out, and we just kind of had a look at various things, old and new, and kind of picked what we liked the best, and went with it,
And you get the budget to do that now, don't you?
It's a decision to make,
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. It means that Phil's had to leave his masseuse at home for this.
Sometimes you got to make sacrifices.
Sounds like the wrong decision from the sound of it.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, but they said, well, we need lights.
Yeah.
I know
any
anytime.
pain, when your leg goes and that nerve goes, you look behind you and go, why?
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Those lights.
Do or die.
Nice. And how is the new material working with your first album? 2 albums in now, so obviously the previous tours you were doing was all about the first album. You play near enough all of the songs from that.
Yeah.
You now actually get the opportunity to park some songs and work some new ones in, or do you just play longer? Or I don't know, how do
Well,
you
it
work?
depends. Obviously today,
Let some babies go.
we kind of rotate more than anything, you know. There's maybe a couple that have fallen by the wayside.
You do that on stage, or do you still
Nah.
prepare your set?
No, we always write a set list.
You stick to that?
Yeah, we'll stick to it sometimes for maybe 2 or 3 gigs, and then it depends. If you do a half hour, you maybe want to change the set more often. If you're doing a series of just half hour, 25 minutes, like we were just doing in France, you might want to change the set to bring in 1 or 2 things. But on a UK tour, for example, with the Lights, we play the same set pretty much every night, because that's a good method of that's a sort of show business thing. It's like you go on, you always do the same thing, and it's like a bit of it's a show. It becomes a show, and it's good to do that, the repetition of it.
Are the jams planned then?
I think we kind of know when there might be a jam, but obviously, if they were any more planned than that, it wouldn't be a jam.
So you just look across at Matt and just go, sure.
Yeah, we do. We kind of like, and we back things backwards and forwards,
Yeah.
and you know, we kind of know who's meant to be taking a solo
They
when.
have a thing where they sometimes give each other the solos that they do on the record.
Well,
so-
actually, I give him the solos that I normally do on the record, but I've never had one back.
Unrequited love.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
it is.
no, it's not true actually.
So I was thinking there was a song that I saw you play live, and you sort of segued out into jam, and then came back to the song again. Which one was that? Do you
Take It
recall?
Back, is it?
Yeah, was it Take It Back? Yeah, good one of it. Yeah. 'Cause that's the whoa. Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. So that worked really well, and I quite enjoyed it. I thought
But that
now
one
you-
is a song that it is very, very different now from the way that we recorded it, because it's become a live jam song.
Right.
There's things in it that we did play harmonica on it. We always kind of do a breakdown rock and roll sort of boogie woogie thing in the middle of it. And at times it does really, really wild things. And then when you maybe try and repeat them, it's not the same, but it has this kind of freedom about it that we just let it be whatever it's going to be that night, you know.
Yeah, nice. So you're in the festival season, as we know. This industry now goes in cycles, doesn't it? Throughout the year, you get your spring tour, your fall tour, winter tour, and then your festivals in the summer. So you're playing some famous shit this year.
Yeah.
Well, you're back here, of course, which is
We're
nice.
back. We're back here. We're at Glastonbury
Monsters
in
of
a couple
Rock.
of weeks.
Yeah.
We're at
Glastonbury.
Montreux Jazz
Montreux. Is
Festival.
this, have you?
It's like the 50th anniversary or something,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it really? And
Yeah.
a biggie?
Yeah.
Not just one of the mill Montreux.
No, it's a
Have you
very
played there
special
before?
one. I have a while ago, but pre-Temperance movement.
Yes.
So it's
He
an
loves
awesome.
that festival. He's got
Temperance.
like posters of the years past all over his
Yeah.
house and stuff like that. You know, Montreux Jazz Festival was a big deal for us to get that.
Yeah,
for this
it's a
month.
pretty special place as well. You know, it's kind of like, well, there's the musical element of it, and they bring in the best people from around the world. And it's not a jazz festival, obviously.
No.
The year I played it, we played a club that gets about 2,000 people in, and we had to leave that night on because we were going on to another festival in France the next day. But kind of unannounced, Prince was turning up to play the club that we had played the next night. And there's not many festivals in the world where Prince will ring up and say, I'm coming to play a show. But so you've got kind of the musical element of it, and then it's just in an awesome place. It's by the lake, you know. The weather's always nice. Everyone swims in the lake afterwards.
Sometimes
you know.
rain, sometimes sunny.
It's always sunny.
Always sunny.
Well, I don't know.
There's another
I've
campaign.
probably fucked it for myself by saying that, but
So these festival type things, are they hard as an artist to come in, fly in, drive in, wherever? You get little sleep. You're then playing.
it's
40
an
minutes
awful
to an
it's an
hour.
awful life we've got.
Horrible,
It's so
awful experience.
No,
it's
I
so
mean, as a performer,
terrible.
come on, I know that. I know. Everybody would love to be doing what you're doing, and you love what you're doing, of course. But you know, when you go out on tour, it's your own stuff. It's your fans. You own
Yeah.
it. It's your
Yeah.
promotion.
So-
It's your lights
yeah.
in the
Well,
background.
it's an opportunity to play in front of people who haven't seen your band before, or maybe download, maybe they've heard of the Temperance movement and they're like, alright, okay, what are they all about? and so it gives us a chance to go on and really perform and you know try and make some people that haven't seen us try and make them happy, try and give them a laugh or something at least, you know. And you know, we know that our people are out there as well, but the sort of size of this, the occasion of it is exciting, and we go out there and hopefully it brings out a sort of extra element in us that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you come off stage thinking, yeah, that was it?
We normally,
that was the money.
yeah, we normally have a quick, you know,
Debrief.
well, just a quick. That was a good one.
I gave you the look. You were meant to take this as solo.
No, it's. I think. Well, we've just been opening for a band for a couple of weeks, so festivals. There's an element when you're where we are on the bill today. It's a kind of a similar thing where you're playing a bigger show than you would do on your own, and you're trying to kind of win over some new fans and take that opportunity. And then when we're on stage, really Phil is performing to the audience, you know, and he's drawing them in, and I'm a bit more insular is the wrong word, but I'm a bit more like with the band. That's how, you know, like, and I get into what we're all doing, and
So you hear it, you note it, you sort of feel what the
yeah,
vibe is.
yeah, and I kind of get.
Make sure he doesn't damage himself.
Sometimes I listen to what they're doing.
I kind of. It's weird because if you go to where he stands, you can't hear anything except him.
Oh,
Just
really?
my voice.
No, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I just get into the music, as sort of cheesy as that sounds, and it kind of I almost forget about everything else. So, you know, I'm just trying to do the best. So you hook up together
after the show and say, Phil, how'd the gig go? Yeah, that's all right. I could hear myself.
It's funny, yeah. We all have sort of different trips on stage, I guess, but you know, we all agree on the same things afterwards. Or that was good, or that was weird, or what happened there. No.
See when it rained.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. Not in Scotland, of course. Never Scotland. So, just the last couple of questions. White Bear, it's doing all right, isn't it? Got up the chart. I know you perhaps don't follow the charts, do you? Does it matter that you get to the top? Is it just an indication of how well it's been liked?
I think the week.
It's great that they're on the chart. I was going to say.
I've spoken to some other artists here, and they've gone, I don't know how many were sold, I don't care.
Yeah, well,
have we got a gig tonight? I'll go out on stage and I'll perform.
It is more about that. I think the week that you release the record, it's very easy to get kind of a bit focused on the chart position, and it is great. And then in situations like this, you can go, here's the Temperance movement, they've had a top 10 album this year or whatever. Yeah. But you have to remember that that's all it is. It's a sign, it's a soundbite. And people, these days, it doesn't make people buy the record. They don't go, oh, I'm going to buy the top 10 records out. You know, they don't do that. They go online and they listen to something and they decide if they like it or not. And so it's much more important that it's good than that it charts well.
It's quite depressing if you take you'll have somebody in your team that's like, oh God, it didn't do what we thought it was going to do, and it's only just been out, and you're like, well, we've got to tour it, you know. And at the end of the year of touring, then you'll get a better sort of idea what the album's done, and because a band like us, we need to go around and we need to tour, and that's how we're going to get the records into people's hands.
Yeah. And you're still album artists, is that fair to say?
We're album artists, definitely, and also we exist in kind of our area, which is very different to the area that most of those bands that have got records in the top 10 exist in. Like, you know, it's kind of easy to start getting an ego if your album charts well, but you've only got to look at the rest of the artists in the top 10 to realise that it doesn't fucking matter, because I can't stand most of the rest of the artists in the top 10. So it would be pretty hypocritical for me to then start flying a flag going, you know, our album charted here or there.
Apart from Adele, of course. Adele's wonderful. Yeah, playing with us.
Adele's great, but you know,
you know that Adele is not thinking, I need to go on tour for next year.
It's not a barometer of how you're doing musically. It's an indication of the sort of marketing machine behind you, you know, which is not just not really interested in
It
that.
would be a different trip, you know. I mean, she's got the benefit of whatever she releases gets everybody buys into it immediately, and she's still got a tour. Of course, she's still got a tour. It would be a different trip altogether to have that kind of thing, and that's another challenge in itself. I mean, she's got to do her press, she's got to do all her gigs, she's still got to do all of that, and she's got much more coming at her in her personal life and everything. So, you know.
And as artists, then, do you discuss together? Do you think what we'd like to achieve, what we want to do? Wouldn't it be great if we played a festival, or we achieved this, or played with some fellow people?
I think we just think in terms of like the next record, so or the what we've got to do for each one. So, like, really, what we want to do is go to America this year. We're going to get to do that twice, and what we'd like to do, really, the only thing we'd really like to achieve in the next couple of years is to get the same kind of fan base over there as we have here and in Europe, you know, and that's really as far as we can see at the moment, you know.
Yeah, because the album's just come out there in the US.
It's coming out. It's coming out in July actually, and we will be there in July.
Right, just pre-ordered, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Well, that's exciting then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole different demographic, country, territory,
Yeah.
time zones, you know, in one country.
It's a great country, and it's a great place to go and play rock and roll music, and
Some sunshine.
hopefully.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Thanks,
Lovely
mate.
to talk to you.
Thanks,
Excellent.
mate. Thank you.
Have fun on stage. I know you will have fun on stage.
Sure.
He'll have fun on stage.
I will
look,
do
look
now.
after you. Look after you.
I'll get limbering up.
Good
Bye, mate.
stuff. Cheers.
Thank you.